Happy Wednesday, November 20th. I see my mask is right here, so I just took it off so I can do this video. So, I need to talk to you guys about something that's a very serious matter. A lot of you may not know about it. So let's talk about it. Okay. Um, Nursing homes and rehabs, senior centers. A lot of the patients in there are being mistreated. You may not know it, but they are. I've had a couple of friends, one friend in particular, her elderly mother was in a rehab, and within a couple of days, my friend had to take our mom out of there because she wasn't being fed, she wasn't being watched properly, and she wasn't being taken care of properly. So, in the few days that she was there, she lost weight. She broke her hand from a fall, and wasn't found till like an hour later. Even though she was screaming for help, they're not being cared for properly. I mean, you see these videos on Google or the news or something where people are laying in dirty diapers and they're getting bed sores all over them because they're not being changed or taken care of. And they're being hit by nurses and orderlies and stuff that work there, supposedly. Or nurses and orderlies, whatever they are. And with this pandemic going on, you can't go visit them. So you don't know what's going on. My friend, whose mom was in the rehab, thank God she was on the first floor, my friend actually sat outside the window of her mom's room and watched her mother being ignored. Okay? And when she called, they were like, "We're very busy right now. We'll get to her when we can." That's not good enough. Okay? That's not good enough. Okay? It is horrible, disgusting, nasty how we treat our elderly in this country. Okay? I mean, we care more about this goddamn election that just happened. And then we care about our elderly. It's because of our elderly that most of us are here nowadays, because they procreated and brought us here, okay? Or our parents here, whatever you want to, however you want to say it. But please, and there's another friend of mine who was in a rehab, who was in there for 9 days, and she says they only let her take one shower. Can you imagine that, taking one shower in 9 days? Okay. The food was disgusting. Okay. And again, she wasn't being treated properly. You know? So, and I know you can't visit, but FaceTime them. You know, do something. If they're on the first floor, or you have, watch them. Go up by the window and just sit there and watch. You know? Because God, you have to keep on them. You have to keep on these people, the nurses and doctors and orderlies and stuff. Make sure they're treating them right, because they're not. A lot of them are not being treated properly. So, I'm begging of you guys, okay? If you have a patient, a family member or a friend in a rehab or a senior center or a nursing home, okay? Check on them, making sure they're okay. And make sure they're telling you the truth. And if you are one of the lucky people that are actually able to go over there and see them in person, check for bed sores. Check and see, if they're laying in urine. Check the bed, make sure there's not poop or pee or anything on it that they're laying in, because they're not being treated properly. They're not being taken care of. Their bedding's not being changed or anything, Okay. And if you can, maybe bring them some food in, because the food in that place is awful. If they're getting maybe a lot of them are complaining about food being terrible. So, Years ago, years and years ago, my mom was in Lenox Hill Hospital a day before her surgery. And I think she wanted an extra pillow or a blanket or something. And this nasty, rude, witch Jamaican nurse, okay, got nasty with her. Made my mom cry. And I wasn't having that. Not happening. So I went and I cussed her out. I cursed her out. I let her have it with both barrels, okay? She wound up getting fired. But I'm not letting no one treat my mom that way. I lost my mom years ago. But again, I can't tell you what to do. I can just talk to you and tell you that if you have a family member or a good friend or something in a nursing home or senior center or rehab, check on them. You'll thank yourself. Because it's a sin. It's disgusting. It's deplorable how we're treating our elderly in this country. Thank you, and happy holidays.